And now we set the global mesh sizes on the ML body domain and the geometry. And here in the global mesh setup, which is from the mesh and global mesh setup, so from here we are going to set the global mesh size, and from here the global element scale factor is going to be the 8, and the element size is the maximum element size is the 0.02. And when you multiply these two parameters, which is the scale factor and the global element size, and we will get the maximum element size will be equal to the 8 into the 0.02. So scale factor is basically the factor which will multiply the each size by this value, and the actual value we are going to get the size on the different parts or in the surfaces or the volume is a multiplication after the scale factor. So if the size is 0.02, so you have to multiply by 8, so we will get the size as the 0.16. This is size we are going to get in the volume for the element size, which is the maximum element size in the geometry or domain. So if we check the size by displaying the scale factor and by displaying the element C size, so this size is the size we are going to get after multiplying the 8 by the 0.02, which is going to be the 0.16. Now the question arises why we want to put the size scale factor as the 8, because when we create further meshes for the mesh domain study, for example the fine mesh and the coarse mesh, so for the fine mesh we are going to reduce the scale factor by the half, so making the scale factor 4 will reduce the size by the half, and it will increase the number of nodes in the surfaces also inside the volume. So it means that roughly speaking we can increase the number of nodes by the factor of the 2 in the whole domain. And when we use a scale factor of 16, it means that the size will be doubled, and this will reduce the number of nodes by the half. And the formula for the scale factor and the element size is that, let's say if the one line has the length of the 1 meter, this is the dimension of the whole line. And if you want to create the 10 nodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it means that you are going to create the 9 divisions inside on this line. So it means that, so if we divide by 10, this is going to be the 0.1. So this is a size. This is size we are going to specify here. So in this case, the size is a 0.1, but for this case which we are talking about, is the size is a 0.02. So finally the size will be equal to the 0.02 into 8 is equal to 0.16. The next size is the curvature and the approximate refinement. So the curvature and proximity based refinement is basically a size function, and the function of size function is that it will change the size at some locations based on these values. So usually speaking, the size will be taken as we define on the surfaces and the parts, but when we have there are two conditions. When we meet them, the size will reduce to the minimum size. Number one condition is the elements in the gap. Number two is the elements, the refinement factor. So first let me discuss about the elements in the gap. So let's say here in this gap we have the size defined some size, and let's say if the size is something like this, that the size of element is of this. So it means that the maximum we can fit here is that we can fit the only 4 elements. So when the ICM CFD sees that the size we have specified in the volume only fits the four elements are on the surface, so it will apply this option, and it will reduce the size of the element. Let's say the size is greater than this size, so it will try to reduce the size and to fit the size in a such way so that we can create the 6 elements in the gap. And this is only applicable inside the gap when we have the two surfaces, and the gap between two surfaces, the size will be reduced to this size. So this is the minimum size limit, means that the if the number of elements are 6, then the size will not be reduced further. So might be in the case when the size is not meeting, so minimum size it will go up to will be the 0.305. And it's not necessary that we always get this size, but when we have this condition, so after meeting the 6 nodes, the size will stop anywhere between the maximum size and the minimum size. And next thing is the elements on the curvature. So the refinement factor is sort of the it works on the curvature. So for example, if we define the size on this surface like this size, this is the size, and the minimum size which we have defined here is, say, it's like this, or maybe somehow smaller. So what will happen is that when we have defined the refinement and the minimum size and maximum size, so when the ICM sees that we have the very high curvature, so it will try to reduce the size on the curvature. And the refinement basically works as a imaginary circle. So from this curve, it will make one imaginary circle here, and the refinement 40 means that the elements on the whole circle will be equal to 40. So if this curvature part is equal to which is the real part in the geometry, is a 1/4. So it means that the maximum element it can get is equal to the 40 divided by the 4. So it will get the maximum elements here 10. So now the software will decide that if the element size, maximum size is this one, and there is a high curvature, so it will reduce the size and it will try to make the size to the minimum size. So either if you get the minimum size, the size will not start, will stop there and will not reduce further. And the second condition that when we get the number of elements equal to the 10 on this curvature. So either condition, when it is fulfilled, first this condition, the mesh will stop to reduce further. This is the concept of the curvature proximity based refinement. So we have defined this size, and after that we will define the sizes on the different parts.